Sanbanani, welcome to my Catholic journey with me, Kati Dijane. I am the founder of the Far East Rand Catholic News, and I am the child of Davidson in the Far East Rand. So the Archdiocese of Johannesburg is actually the neighbor to the Archdiocese of Pretoria, which is where I am. I'm in Tembisa at St. Matthew's, and I'm with the great Father Gabriel Kwedho. The nice, interesting thing about the father is that I grew up under him. He was one of our assistant parish priests in Davidson a while ago. But before I get too much into so many details, which I would like for him to talk about, I would like to welcome him into this channel. And I'm just so excited because it's an opportunity and a channel for me to get to know a lot of the great Catholic people who really do inspire us. Welcome to this channel, Father. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much, Kati. It's nice to have me here. Thank you.
The interesting thing about this channel is that you are the first guest on it.
Okay, that's great.
So basically, it's a YouTube channel that I also started called My Catholic Journey with Kati Dijane. I aim to interview people that do great, amazing things, that are Catholic, that really are inspiring us on our Catholic faith and journey. And I just would like to get a glimpse into people's journey and, get to see through your lens what being a Catholic is. And I want to just take it a bit back and rewind to your childhood. What attracted you to especially priesthood?
All right, that's really a while back, but I'm one of those people that you'd call a napkin Catholic. I was born to Catholic parents. My whole family at that point were Catholic. Some of us have moved to other churches, but we were brought up in the Catholic faith, and we sort of lived and dreamt and spoke and drank Catholic faith.
Yeah.
So yeah, growing up, I got attracted to altar serving far before becoming interested even in priesthood. And funny enough, what attracted me to altar serving was nothing to do with priesthood. We had a Dutch priest who had this nice motorbike, and I just wanted, he used to carry altar servers on that, and I just wanted to sit on that motorbike. That's how I got to the altar.
So from the motorbike to priesthood.
So of course the intentions got purified moving forward, and yeah, one thing led to the other. I joined the minor seminary, and after that I joined the Consolata Missionaries.
And the interesting thing about the Consolata Missionaries is that it's one of, actually the founder of the Consolata Missionaries group, Blessed Joseph Allamano,
Yes,
will soon be canonized.
Actually on the 20th of this month.
October, yes.
And the canonization of Blessed Joseph Allamano is a big milestone for us as Consolata Missionaries. And by the way, Consolata Missionaries, we are not just priests. We also have Consolata sisters, and we have Consolata brothers, and we have Consolata lay people. So together with the priests, it's a big family, and now we've got Consolata friends as well. So it's a big celebration for us as our founder becomes one of those intercessors that can pray for us.
And how has priesthood shaped or formed your relationship with God?
I think in the most basic of ways. Priesthood gets me in touch with people, and priesthood gets me in touch with the experiences of people. So one of the most touching experiences is actually visiting the sick in hospital. It changes you. When you come back, there is something that clicks. And to think that even those who do not believe, God still takes care of them, I think it's a great thing. But that's just a portion of what priesthood does. There's a lot of things that priesthood does to me, and I believe to all the other priests, because of the experiences that people bring to our lives.
I think what I admire about you, Father, is that you have such a close connection with young people. And I remember personally as a young person who, like I mentioned earlier at the start of the show, was that I grew up under you, and you had so much passion and drive for young people. I even witnessed it here at St. Matthew's in Tembisa. What is it about young people that you really admire, and why do you want to groom and shape their spiritual journey?
They usually say that you are as young as you choose to be. And I think being with young people has a sense of making you young, because they are the present. I know we are used to hearing they are the future, but no, they are the present. They keep us on toes. They keep us, logged into what is current. And I think that we older people benefit more from that than the young people benefit from us. We being with them, it reminds me that I have a responsibility to play in the life of someone, that they too can become that person that God created them to be.
Yeah. And if we can just rewind it to a couple of years ago, at the start of lockdown as a result of COVID-19, you started a YouTube channel where we had night reflections. And take us through that journey of you wanting to start the channel to help people in particular revive their Catholicism or Catholic faith, when especially we were not allowed to even go to church.
Yeah, actually, the initial idea was not just for young people. It was just to keep the parish where I was serving then, St. Martin de Porres in Woodlands, Peter Marisburg. I wanted to keep in touch with the Christians, because those hard lockdowns, there was nothing that was happening. But actually, big up to my friend Father Francis. He's the one who came up with the idea that how can we keep in touch with our Christians? From that idea, I then thought to myself that I could record my voice and send them a prayer. It was just a prayer at the beginning. So I used to do that, just a simple prayer and a blessing at the end of it for the parishioners of Woodlands. But after that, I shared this with a friend of mine who, for the record, is not Catholic, is called Digi. Digi then told me, we can put these things together. We can put a music in the background, we can put a picture, and we started doing that. And then moving forward, another friend of mine, Father Jasper, Father Jasper, he was a student by then at your parish. Father Jasper told me, this thing can help a lot more people than the parish. What about you think of putting it on YouTube? And then one thing led to the other. I went home for holidays, and while I was home for holidays, I met this friend of mine called Minnie. Minnie helped me to get the program that helped me to put all these things together so that we can do the YouTube channel. So that's how the YouTube channel came about.
Yes.
But the initial idea was simply to keep in touch with the parishioners of Woodlands.
I think, in a way, as much as lockdown happened and COVID-19 happened, I think it just amplified the power of social media or digital media in terms of the reach, in terms of how you can reach more people. And I think, in a way, from my experience, looking into digital media now and how much we are using TikTok and Instagram to kind of like evangelize and to share the word of God. And I'm just glad that the church has allowed people to use social media to kind of like preach.
It is a beautiful thing. I mean, it's part again of why the youth are important, and maybe of how we can reach out to them. Although I know that the youth are much bigger than just these social media platforms, because there are a lot more youth out there who do not even have the access to these social media platforms. But this is a great tool that we can use to evangelize.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then this YouTube channel, I'm not sure, but I would like for you to tell me how it sparked the idea for you to be an author.
Again, I think it was just God guiding me. Again, I had a conversation while home in Kenya for holidays. I had a conversation with the Pauline sisters. Some of them come from my home parish. So talking to them, they said like, these things, do you write them? And I said, yeah, I write them. Then I read as I record. Then they say, you can put those ideas together and maybe they can become a booklet. At the point, I didn't really think that it was possible, because the ideas were a bit scattered. But then I started consolidating them, and I sent them my manuscript, and
and
here we are.
Today, in the 6th of October 2024, I'm holding, guys, I'm happy. I have a friend who is an author, Father Gabriel. So just tell us about, yes, you did mention the idea behind writing the book. So how should a person read this? Because I'm saying it that every day it has reflections. So
Yes.
is it something that's meant to be read like each day, or can I just read like I read a normal novel? So take us
Now,
through the journey of how to read this book.
actually, you can choose to read it day by day, because there is a reflection and a penitential rite and a prayer for every single day of the year, from the 1st of January to the 31st of December. But you can choose that maybe you saw a reflection that touched you and you want to reread it. You can choose to go through, because the reflections are not just tied to the Bible readings, the scriptures, but they are also tied to our everyday experiences. So things that I came across that I thought I could turn into a prayer, things that I feel touch our daily lives. So maybe you can also read through it to just have ideas of what's happening around.
What inspired the name of the book, In Your Arms, Lord? Devotional prayer book.
Yeah, what inspired this was basically the night prayers in our breviaries. There's a part where when you're doing the night prayers, you surrender yourself to God in the evening. Literally, it speaks about giving our spirit to God, placing our spirit in the hands of God. So myself, I thought it would be nice to fall asleep in the arms of the Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, where else better than that to end your day?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And it costs 300 rand. And
Only,
only.
add only.
It's only. It's only 300 rand. And I
Yes.
think it's a great investment to your spirituality and your spiritual journey. And Father, I'm so grateful and thankful for giving me your time. When it comes to just us trying to promote this book and getting to know who you are as a priest. Um, the other thing that I would like to ask pertaining to writing this book and your spiritual journey, are we gonna look forward to other books to come?
I think I would leave it to God, in a way that I didn't even think of this happening, but I think it has really, really inspired me to think that we can be able to reach people in these little ways. And maybe, again, God willing, inspired with something else, maybe we could have other ideas come up.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think for me the last question I have is, what would you like to be remembered for?
I think I would like to be remembered for having this heart that wants to share what God has done for me in my life. It's been so good to me, and I believe that I can share that goodness with everyone that comes into my life.
Can you give us one thing that God has been good to you on?
This book,
Yeah.
my priesthood, the people that I serve, my friends, my family, God has really been good.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me, Father. And
Thank you so much.
I would like to encourage everyone to please buy this book. It's only 300 rand. If you want to purchase this book, please DM us on our Far East Rand Catholic News Facebook page, and definitely we will make it a point to make you read your Father and get this book. However, if you are in the Archdiocese of Johannesburg, you can find this book at the Pauline's Bookshop in Kensington in Johannesburg. And if you are in Tembisa and surrounding areas, you can head over to this parish and then buy this book. Otherwise, if you are a bit far, you can contact me by sliding into my DMs on the Facebook page at the Far East Rand Catholic News. Thank you so much.